Hello, it's Sunday morning.
It is.
I've got a cup of tea.
And I haven't.
And we just thought we would bring you up to date with our news following on from last week's video.
If you haven't seen last week's video, go and watch it now, because otherwise everything we're going to say now will make no sense whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Even less than it's going to make to us.
So I'll leave a link on the screen and in the video description for you to go and look at that on our second channel.
I know we can do it. Sure we can do it. We got to.
So Mr. J and I have spent a great deal of time sitting in the car making plans as we travel along the motorway further into Wales, because we're kind of right on the Wales-England border at the moment, aren't we?
We are, and we've done quite a lot of exploring as much has been permissible during the various restrictions we've been under over the last few months.
Yeah, but we've seen some beautiful countryside.
Oh yeah, and we've been able to look at it and go, oh, there it is.
Well, it's the end of a really nice day out. We have been exploring parts of Ceredigion and Carmarthenshire, and just having a really nice look round with no agenda to particularly do anything. It's been a good one, hasn't it?
It has, yeah.
Yeah, so we've seen some beautiful countryside and we've ruled out a whole load of areas, haven't we, for various different reasons. Most of them about light levels.
And traffic levels. There was one place that we went to look at, and as we drove along the road we both couldn't live here. So we just left.
Yeah, rang the estate agent and said we're not coming to view it. And on paper it was beautiful. I mean, it needed a lot of work doing to it, but it was a beautiful area, and just that particular road wasn't for us.
No.
And it was a lane, it was a little tiny country lane, but it was going to have a fair old amount of traffic on it, so we just said no.
Yeah, I think the industrial units at either end of it sort of gave the game away a little bit.
And that very, very, very steep hill. Yeah. Which was just, it was like, how would we get up and down that in the winter? It will probably in the same way that everyone else does, but I think we found that would be unlikely.
Yeah.
So we have done all this searching, we have been looking.
We've looked far and we've looked near.
And we've looked wide. And...
Don't get so personal.
And I know that there's going to be a lot of questions about the garden, about how much food we're going to grow this year here, and all that sort of thing. So if you have lots of questions that you want to ask us about any impending changes, we ought to do a live chat, really, shouldn't we? In a couple of weeks' time,
maybe in 2 or 3 weeks' time, when things are a little more settled.
Yeah, when we really do know what's going on.
Because as we're speaking to you at the moment, we have some idea of what's going on, but it is at the moment early stages.
Yes.
Early stages of the next stage from the one we talked about in the last video, that is.
So yes, we are being quite cryptic. Actually, I think we need to assume now that everybody who's watching this has already been to watch that one.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so welcome back. So I think, are we allowed to say?
I think that we can reveal that the search has almost certainly ended. We have found a suitable location and a suitable plot.
Yes.
And now we're in the stages of dealing with queries and paperwork and legal beagles and all that sort of stuff. And you know what that's like. So we're not going to say any more about where it is or when we expect anything to happen, because it's way too soon to have that sort of timeline.
Yes. So we've got no idea how long that's going to take, how many issues there may be, how many problems might happen, and I don't want to share that with you, and for you to be all excited and then for it all to fall through, because there is that
of course there is.
potential for that to happen. But but it does mean that out in the garden this year I am going to carry on planting it up. Maybe not as fully as I would have done, but I will still be making some gardening videos. I will still be planting up, but I'm also getting mindful that we will want to take some garden with us, and so what I've been doing is lifting plants and dividing them and putting a piece back, because my intention was to create a new ornamental garden in what is now the market garden. So I've been collecting all these plants to create that, and now they won't be going in there, they'll be coming with us to the mystery place. Yeah. So in some ways it's been quite useful that I was going to create that, that new space, because I haven't put all the plants straight into the ground. I put them into pots so that I could move them around and design that area with them in pots, rather than straight into the ground. So I'm really pleased about that. So there are things still going on, and it will be weeks, months, however long it takes for the change to happen. So
we still have to carry on life as normal, for in the current Byther Farm.
Yes.
Before we go to the new Byther Farm.
So I know that's something that will be asked is, Byther Farm is not the name of this property. So it's not the street address of this property. Byther Farm is the name that we've made for the place that we live. So we will be taking that name with us, and Byther Farm will effectively just move at the same time that we do. Because,
hello, she's Liz Zorab, I'm Mr. J, we are Byther Farm.
So that will be very simple in some ways. It will be a new space for us. In the previous video, we talked a bit about why we've been thinking about making a change. So if you still haven't seen that video, the link is in the video description and on the screen. And it's Sunday morning. My tea is now gone cold. Is your coffee?
Yeah.
Time for a new drink?
I think so. We need some of that Sunday morning oomph.
We do. So, wherever you are in the world and whatever you've got planned for today, I hope it's a good one. And I also hope you'll join me again next time.
Bye.